Having a thought. Feel like I make another video about it because it seems to be what I do. It seems to be a good way to get your thoughts across. I don't give a fuck what anyone thinks. It's just a way for me to catalog shit. I used to write stuff down, but I'd rather record it. You know, it's more genuine. A lot of things that I remember have changed. You know, it's the little things, the subtle things. Like when you used to go to the grocery store and there used to just be bags available or it would get bagged. Now you're asked, do you want a bag? You can come to the register with an item from every aisle, from every shelf, and they would still ask you, do you need bags? It's absolutely ridiculous. People talk to you now without any conscious thought in the background. They're just reactory. Talk about living in the reptilian brain. It's hilarious. That's the R factor in the brain for those who think I'm going on a tangent, because I'm not. Remember when you could go to the store and you could ask for some 1 cent candy and they would just stick their hand in? Like if you asked for a certain amount, say $1 or more, they just stick their hand in and give you a whole pile. Sometimes they give you a couple of bags full. Those little tiny paper bags we used to get before everything was just all plastic. See, that's another tangent that makes me go on. Hemp. Hemp is what should be replacing paper right now. We're growing fields of hemp, especially now that cannabis is becoming legal. There you go. Use the stock and stuff to make all the product that you would normally use now for paper or plastic. It is 100% transferable. Transversable? Transferable would be back and forth. Transverse, you could... I'm thinking transversable. I'm going to go with transversable. Alex, is it right? One thing I noticed is that, okay, so me knowing what I know or what I think I've learned, the difference between me now and back then is how I hold myself. The conversations I have and who I choose to have those conversations with. That's basically the only difference. I have less people in my circle, but I have greater people in my circle. So, quality over quantity. It's okay to have people you associate with, you know, but not like acquaintances. There's the word. I was waiting. You need to be patient and it comes to you. It's okay to have acquaintances. But people you call true friends, you can only have so many of those. You stretch that too thin. In this world of all these fake people, I mean, unless you're very eclectic and travel the world, it's possible for you to meet more people. I agree. But to find as many people like you is not a accomplishable thing in the first quarter of your life. Unless you, like I say, are involved in certain organizations or whatever. But even then, it's still narrow to those organizations and their connections. When I was in school, we were given Bibles when I was in elementary school. And then when I got into junior high, which is 7 to 9 for us, it was phasing out. And then by high school, there was no religion in school. I remember being able to take a religion class. Had the option, but that was it. I remember that everyone used to be really athletic. They used to love playing sports. And now, just people aren't athletic. They're not, they don't exercise. It's hilarious. And they wonder why their bodies look the way they do. why they feel the way they do, why they're always so groggy and grumpy all the time, always having to apologize. This is almost like you gotta apologize in advance. You know? It's hilarious. Excuse the fan, while I'm playing it. Circulate the marijuana. Speaking of marijuana, you know why they're legalizing weed? I don't know. I wish I knew. Be nice. Do we know why they do anything? Not really. We can speculate. I know that they're going to be pulling people over more. They're going to have a reason now. You're not going to be able to smoke weed and drive, whereas before, they tolerated it. Imagine that. They tolerated it. Doesn't even do anything to you. Doesn't impair your driving. If it does, then you don't smoke weed. Would you do anything after you drove for the first time? Probably not. I know people that probably shouldn't drive when they're sober, to be honest. They're not scared drivers. I mean, it's dangerous to be a scared driver. You have to be confident in your abilities, but not overconfident. You need to know where your weaknesses are, and then focus on that. If you're not good at making left turns, then slow down, pay attention when you're making left turns. Simple. Logic, which we call flogic, because it's very flawed these days. Like common sense, not very common.